Was Dev the villain or just a man who chose wrong in love? Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna isn't about good versus evil. It's about the choices people make when they feel stuck. And Dev? Well, let's just say he lived in the grey. Here's why he's both hard to defend and hard to completely blame. 1. Dev was deeply unhappy. And that was pretty obvious, but he was never honest about it. He didn't want to hurt Ria, sure, but instead of communicating, he withdrew. Silence became his weapon, and bitterness his comfort. Was it okay? Absolutely no. He should have had a conversation about how he felt, but he never did. And when there's no communication, how can a relationship thrive? 2. His injury changed his life, but he let it define him. He was angry, insecure, and broken. However, instead of rebuilding, he stayed in resentment. I completely understand that pain made him human, and that's not something to be ashamed of. But staying there, that was a choice, and choices always have consequences. 3. He didn't cheat for love, he cheated for escape. Yes, Maya understood him, but their bond was born out of shared loneliness. There was no clarity, it was messy and real, and that's exactly what made it dangerous. 4. Ria wasn't the villain. She tried, she worked, she stayed, but Dev never gave her away in. He punished her for the longest period of time for being strong when he felt weak. A classic misogynistic trait where the husband feels threatened by a self made successful woman. 5. They've never lied about being broken. He just never took responsibility. He didn't fake love for Ria, he didn't pretend to be fine, but at the same time, he also didn't fix what was in his control. So, what did he really want? Well, only God knows. 6. He found love too late and handled it the wrong way. I agree that his story with Maya wasn't evil, but it wasn't right. I do understand that it was about two broken people reaching for comfort. But let's be clear, just because they were lonely doesn't mean they had the right to cheat. Cheating is cruel and selfish. I mean, they could have come clean the moment they caught feelings for each other, but no. They chose to have a full blown affair instead. 7. In the end, Dave isn't the hero, but he's also not a monster. He's just a man who didn't know how to be happy, even when love finally showed up. Dave isn't easy to forgive, but maybe that's the point. Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna never asked us to pick sides. It doesn't hand us heroes and villains. It asks us to look at what happens when people choose truth over comfort and responsibility, even when that truth hurts, because facing it is still better than living a lie. It's not a love story. It's a story about the cost of silence, the weight of expectations, and how some choices lead to terrifying consequences. And maybe that's the most honest part of it all. But that's just how I see it. What about you? Let me know in the comments below, do you think Dev was the villain or just a man who broke things because he was already broken? And if you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's more coming your way, one complicated character at a time.